Here we go. Ready? Oh, who's better than me? Yeah.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? All right. Well, I finally shook off the Providence show. We did it this weekend. I'm a little tired, you know. Got to see my World Series champ, Boston Red Sox, make it all the way. Swept Colorado. Feels good. Now it's on to more important things. Well, not more important things, you know. Like cheering on my 8-0 World Champ Patriots. Don't be a hater out there, you know. Support your local teams. You know what I mean? Oh. Celtics too, huh? Kevin Garnett this year. Looking forward to seeing Paul Pierce finally get his props. He's been eating a lot of crow lately, you know. But I'm not going to pay attention to that until it gets to the playoffs anyways. But back to the task at hand, everybody. I figured since I get the pediment done, I can fall back and do this prospect door. And it goes something like this. Okay? Cool, huh? Now this piece of wood isn't the same as the rest of it because I ran out of wood, unfortunately. So this is what it's going to be. And I have one drawn out here, so I'm going to bring it over to the bench. I'm going to show you what's up, okay? Come on. Alrighty. Nice stuff though. Alright. I haven't done one of these in like 5 years, okay? So you have to bear with me. I already made a mistake. Yesterday. I'll show you. I was pissed. Then I had to resaw a piece and let it acclimate for a day, and I hung out yesterday with my Tormek and I tried to learn how to sharpen a V-tool. It didn't go so good. I had a V-tool about this big. By the time I finished, it's about this big. But anyways, at least it kept me busy all day. Here we go. All right, fellas, peoples, whoever. This thing's a pain in the neck too, by the way. But I'm gonna do the best I can to try to explain how I do it. And then once I start the process of it all, I'll stop in here and there and break it down and show you what's up. Okay. That is the shape, okay? And how I got the shape of this thing, I went over to the school with Steve and we blew up a couple of sections of the Bombe secretary, okay? So here's what it looks like. So from here, I kind of just kept winging it and I got really good perspective of what this thing's supposed to look like. And then we drew it, okay? So you basically just want to take your Tremels and find the centers of this stuff, okay? So I found the center, you see it? I came in 3/4 of an inch on both sides. I came down 3/4 of an inch from here. I found my center. I swung an arc, okay? Now you can see that this sweep right here is a series of a circle. This is like the segment of a circle, and this here is a circle, okay? What I did was I just determined, you know, just by looking at it and how I felt about it, I just kind of determined the distance between, you know, the center mark to here and the center mark to there, and I connected the dots, okay? You kind of just have to mess around until you feel like you have what it looks like. You know what I'm saying to you? Because otherwise, you know, it's kind of hard to say. And I haven't built one of these, made something like this in a long time. So I'm a little rusty, okay? So basically, you know, you transfer this information down on the board. And you have your, I got my little dividers here, Tremels, whatever you want to call them. And it's just, I just keep swinging a series of arcs, okay? So I swung like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arcs, okay? And this top segment, how I determined what these were, you know, we just broke it down until it broke evenly. And then I just adjusted it a little bit until it fit the sweep, okay? So this sweep is going to land perfectly all along. You see what I'm saying? and then they end up going this way, you know, like this. And that's how you get the fan look. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to transfer all this information onto this piece of wood. I haven't swung the arc, so I wanted to show you these two circles right here. And then once I had this circle and that circle, and I have my outside circle, before I want to connect all these lines going to the center, it's always a better idea to stab cut this stuff with your sweep. Okay? So you can see that I went along and I stab cut all these little sweeps. And it hits perfectly right around the corner. I didn't do this one right here. I mean, I'll show you. It's pretty simple. You just line the 2 points up, okay? Now you don't want to go in too deep. I went in really too deep that time. And I'm probably going to do a thumbnail cut, you know, something like this, to get that effect. And then I'll remove the material. You know what I mean? So, that's how you get these. And then, you know, once I transfer all these lines onto this piece of wood, I can draw. I can connect the dots and just connect all this stuff together. Now each one of these is going to get lesser and less, you know what I mean? So I just kind of connect the dots and I go all the way around. But before I can even do that at all, right? Before I can even do any of this kind of transfer of information onto the block, and this is where I made my mistake yesterday because I forgot. You need to remove all the material first. Like I was telling you, I was sharpening a V-tool and I was just practicing on the wood since it's trash. So you need to remove the material inside the field here. And then, you see how I started to remove the material up here in the field of the shell, fan, whatever you want to call it? What I should have done was I should have left this material from here back, because that's where this material wants to be. You see what I'm saying to you? But I just wasn't thinking and whatever. I was just wrapped up in the jubilant feeling of being a World Series champ twice in 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So I was daydreaming, wishing I was a Red Sox player. I would have been a good shortstop. Well, probably not. I sucked at baseball. But anyways, so I forgot to transfer that information to here, and I took that too much material out. So this is toast. And then I just practiced sharpening all my stuffs. So I need to do this here, and I'm going to do it with a router, and I'm going to do this part with I'll probably do the field with a flat router, and then I'll kind of freehand this with another router, and then I'll clean it all up by hand, because, you know, it's a lot of handwork. So I'm just going to rough it out. That's what I'm going to do. And once I get it all roughed out and cleaned up and transferred onto my primary piece of wood, I'll get back to you. I just wanted to show you on that piece of poplar, because this mahogany is pretty dark and you can't even see it when I draw lines on it. Alright? So hopefully that was helpful. For me at least, because I need to go do it now. I hope I get my head wrapped around it. Alright, man. Well, since the last time I shut the camera off, I've been doing nothing but making mistakes. It's killing me. So whatever, man. See if I can explain this a little bit. Okay. The first one I screwed up on. And then the second one I screwed up on. Whatever. Okay. Now here's the third one. I thought I was doing pretty good on it. See that? It's looking pretty sweet. But it's not right. So I'm just going to try to sit it here. They're still doing construction out front. You can probably hear the backhoe going. So I'm just going to try to explain this quickly, and then go to the lumber yard, pick out some wood, and continue on this journey. At least you guys know I'll just keep doing it until it's done. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It looks pretty good. I took the material out with the router, rounded it over, you know, cleaned up the field, and then I just took this material out, and then I beveled it down a little bit. Okay, so you can see from this view it's a little thicker on the outside edges, and it comes down to a thinner point here, and this is fat, but this needs to be taken down. I didn't want to take this material out because I still need to swing an arc from here. So this basically is where I put my dividers, okay, onto that line. You see this? And I swing it all the way around. Now, on the Boston ones that I was doing before, I would have like a thumbnail relief cut here like I was showing you. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you go to bobvila.com and find out. You can do some search and find the shell carving that I did on his television show. It explains it pretty well. But anyways, it's totally different than this one. And this one, I think I need to remove this material out right here, because on the original, you can really kind of, you can see that there is a field line right here. You know, I mean, it's quite obvious what it is. So I think I need to take the material out. So it kind of changes things a bit. I need to take this top material out of here, you know, drop it down so you can really accentuate the radius. So in turn, that means I need to make all this material a little deeper. You know, I need to take a little more stuff out of it, like this whole field. But anyways, after I have the dish done and I have, you know, this part of the door done, whatever, I don't even know what to call it, the blocking. It was time to strike these arcs. Now you can see, like, I have 1, 2, 3, I have 4 different arcs. You see that? And then all I did was that I broke it down into even increments, you know. Up at the top I did, and then down here I did the same thing. Man, the light really stinks, huh? And then here you can see all the dots, and then down here. And then all I did was connect the dots. You see what I'm saying, guys? Man, this camera's awesome. So, once I connected the dots, I took a V-tool and I just started to remove the material. And, you know, to be honest with you, right here is really good. This is still rough, so, you know, I could clean all this material up in here, but I made a mistake on this one right here, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of it. And it looks like crap, doesn't it? So, what I think I may do, you can see how, like, even the scratch line kind of accentuates the radius a little bit. Much more so than not having anything there, you know? I'm talking behind this piece. You probably can't even hear me. I probably sound like Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah 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 wah. Whatever, dude. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can salvage this piece. I'm 99% sure that I can't. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna try anyways. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just going to connect the dots with all these little dots right here, and then try to carve it out. I mean, you can see that those are really still, I mean, we are right on top of this, and each one of these is pretty damn close to each other, you know? Except this one, like that right in there is just pissing me off. Alright, man. Well, that's that. I mean, I haven't made one of these things in like 5 years. You know, I mean, since that other Bombay secretary, I've been doing a lot of veneer work on those other 2 Seymour pieces, you know. I can't believe it's November. I mean, man, this ain't really getting to me. But you know something? I started it in March 23rd I started it. So I thought, like, in my head, it feels like January, even like kind of last November, because a year ago I went to the Providence show, and then I got invited down to the museum, and that's when I started to really think about this Bombay secretary. So it's been in my head for over a year, you know. But actual work, it's been, you know, since March. So you know what? It's not that bad. You know, if I get it done, you know, man, I really wanted to get it done for the show, but you know, I knew I just wasn't going to be able to. This thing is way beyond me. But I'm going to grind it out, fellas, gents, ladies. Everybody out there in podcast land, I'm going to grind this thing out, and I will not quit. No matter what the cost is, you know. I'm going for broke as it is anyways.